This right here is the ultra burly 200-pound high capacity young electric outfitter e-bike rack that uses a tire clamp mechanism to secure the bikes. It has an easy load ramp that is then secured right to the back of the ramp during transit. Outfitter did send me this rack so that I could test it out, make a video, and show you and tell you my thoughts and opinions on it. I'm going to show you all about this rack, exactly how it works, where it excels, and why it might be the right bike rack for you. The first thing you will notice when you see this rack is just how strong and burly it is. This is the beefiest bike rack that I have ever used. This is not some flimsy rack that is underrated. This is an absolute beast of a bike rack that can easily fit 2 heavy e-bikes with no problem. The way this bike rack works is different than most. The Outfitter bike rack uses a ratchet tire clamp system to simultaneously press the tires together and down into the rack to secure the bikes to the rack. This is really similar to how the very popular 1UP bike rack system works. However, the 1UP bike racks have a much lower weight capacity and their price is much higher than this Outfitter. Assembly of this from the box after it was shipped took about 15 minutes using just basic tools, some wrenches that I had. The rack is installed into a 2-inch receiver and there's a pin that is threaded all the way through and has a locking mechanism to secure it. It's pretty painless and quick if you have a proper socket wrench, and even better if you have a cordless impact wrench, which I didn't have at the time, so it took a little bit longer, but if you have one of those, installing this is going to be super quick. Once the bike rack is on the truck for the first time, then you dial in the wheel spacers and the clamp positions to your specific bike, and once they're adjusted, they fit like a glove, and you only have to do it one time, and unless you change bikes, then you adjust it again, and it's pretty easy. Loading the bikes is quick and easy using the ramp on each side, and that's stored on the back of the rack when not in use. And you just load the bikes up, tighten the wheel clamps, and you are ready to hit the road to your destination. I found that the rack holds the bikes super securely, not only on even pavement roads, but also on bumpy dirt roads as well. Once you've reached your destination and you're not using the rack anymore, say you're at your campsite or you're gonna go take a drive without the bikes, you can remove the folding pin and fold the bike rack easily up so it doesn't take up extra length on your car and stays out of the way. While this rack is specifically designed for heavy e-bikes, it actually works great for any other type of bike with any wheel size. From mountain bikes, road bikes, BMX bikes, kids bikes, and pretty much anything in between. Different wheel sizes, no matter if they're fat tire, skinny tire, any kind of tires. The rack does come with a hitch pin that has a locking mechanism and comes with 2 keys so you can secure the rack and prevent it from being stolen out of your hitch. And when it comes time to locking the bikes on the actual rack, you're gonna just wanna use a heavy-duty chain lock or a cable lock and lock the bikes from the frame to the bike rack. Quickly comparing this Outfitter bike rack with a 1UP bike rack, the Outfitter has a higher load capacity for bikes. So if you have heavy e-bikes with fat tires, this is much more suited for that. This rack comes with everything that you need versus the 1UP rack. You have to actually buy a separate ramp. It doesn't have a storage place for that ramp. And then you also have to buy fat tire spacers to be able to accommodate the fat tires of many e-bikes. Also, in terms of the investment, you're looking at close to half the cost for this Outfitter bike rack versus the 1UP rack with all the accessories that you would need. A few things to note is that this is a very heavy duty rack, which means it's actually also very heavy at close to 90 pounds. You can load this on your truck or car yourself, but I think it's best to have a second helping hand to make it a little bit safer and easier to put in your hitch. Once it's in the hitch, you can do everything else yourself. Having the right tools, the right sockets, the right wrenches, and even a portable impact wrench makes adjusting and installing this really, really easy. If you want to carry your large, heavy e-bikes, load them easily and quickly and securely at a very great value, then this OutfitR Young Electric high capacity tire clamp system bike rack is for you.